This is part 2 of lesson 1, and I'm just going to start where I left off. So I've got my lasso tool, and it's the polygon lasso tool. I'm going to come over, and I'm basically going to click kind of right at the top and a little bit at the outside to the ribbon. And then I'm going to drag down the base of the ribbon and then kind of cut a wedge into this ribbon. If at any point you need to start over, you can just hit your escape key or deselect or just click once you've got it selected. So once you have your triangle created, then we're going to hit the delete key and that'll delete your wedge. And then we're going to go up and do a select, deselect. And then now your ribbon should have a wedge selected, cut from the left side of it. Now the next thing we're going to do is add a type layer to it. So we're going to go over and select the type tool on the toolbox. And then you're going to go up to your options bar and set this to a 32 font. You can either type that in or you can use the type tool option to kind of drag back and forth and select 32, but you're going to want to set that to 32. You can take the default font, and then if you want, you can set this to italic. Once you have that done, then we're going to go over and select a light color. In the book they selected a light yellow, but you can go over to your swatches panel, and your swatches is just right next to your color, and as I said, you can select a light color on that. And then once you have the color selected, then you'll see it display up in your toolbox for your type and down in your foreground color over in the toolbox. Now I'm on page 24 in the book, and with that horizontal type tool selected, we're going to click over here on our ribbon. And then that's basically puts a place marker there, so then you can just go ahead and start to type, and we're going to type Elaine. And then once you have that done, go up and click on the check mark, and that'll basically complete that. And then you can go up and get your move tool and kind of reposition that if you didn't get it right where you wanted to on your ribbon. And then on this next part, they want to kind of show us some options on the swatches. So on the swatches, this is kind of the default view, but you can also click on the drop down, and they want us to look at it as a small list, so we can select that. And then once you do that, then it becomes a thumbnail of the color with the name next to it. So that's just a different preference for doing that. So we're going to go over and with this, with the lane selected, you can double click on the thumbnail and that'll select the word or the lane, and then we can go up and change the color. You can select any color you want. They selected a yellow orange, so if you're going to kind of scroll down through here, there's some pastels. And then here's the light yellow orange that they used in the book. So if you want to select that, you can. And then once you've done that, then just go ahead and click the commit button again, and it'll have changed your color to that light yellow orange. And then on the next section, they're just going to show you some information about undoing and redoing. So you can do that under Edit. You can do Edit, Undo, or you can use Control Z. So that's also an option to do that. In this chapter, they don't talk about the history palette, but up next to the swatches and the color, if you click that, this will bring up your history, and you can actually go back through and select any particular spot that you've created a history, and select that and then start from there. So anyway, that's the history tool. So at this point, we're just going to go ahead and save this. If you want to go over and click your zoom tool and click to fit to screen so you can see what your card looks like now, and then go up and do a file, and then you can select save because we've already set the name, so you don't have to do save as. So just do a file save, and then that'll save everything that we've done on this image since we originally created the 01 working file. And then the last couple pages are just some more information about some of the tools. So that basically completes all of the steps in lesson 1. And so now you're ready to submit that to Blackboard.